Hello YouTube. I normally make my videos on Wednesday, but I'm coming a day late. It's been crazy busy. I also missed the week of Thanksgiving and then the week after, so I'm actually a couple weeks late. But I'll start with my stats like always. At my highest weight I was at 378. My surgery weight was 322. On my 16 week checkup, which is the last time I seen you, I was at 356. From week 17 I actually lost 1 pound. Woohoo! Week 18 I lost a total of 6 pounds in that week, and that was last week. And then this week I've lost another pound, which I've actually went back and I've learned that is how every single one of my weeks have gone. I do a really good amount and then a not so good amount, and then I do a really good amount, and it's every single week. So hoping that this next coming week I'll actually have a better amount, especially since that means that in the total of 3 weeks I only lost 8 pounds, which isn't horrible, but you know, I was kind of hoping I'd do better. Either way, I think I'm just learning that that's how my body does it, so it's good to know. I didn't even tell you how much I weigh now then. So after all these weeks, like I said, I lost 8 pounds, so I am down to 248, which is quite crazy to me. One of the biggest things that I thought of is as I was getting close to 250. Back when I was, I don't know, I think 16, 17 years old, I remember I went to the doctor for something, I don't know what, because normally that was the only time I ever got weighed. But I went to the doctor, and being the dramatic teenage girl that I was, I ran home, and of course I had journals back then, and I wrote in my journal, I am over 250 pounds, I'm never going to eat again. And I remember writing that. And of course that didn't happen, because look, I gained what, another 120 some pounds? But it's crazy to me to think that I am now way less than what I did when I was a teenager. So for me, this is huge. I know that it's different proportion-wise, because I know that when I was a teenager, I was down to size 18, and now I'm about a 24, some 22s, but it's still all staying in my belly area. You know, my legs are shrinking, my arms are shrinking, my face, my hands. I have elbows, like bone. Look, I got bone in there. I can see bone. So, I mean, I have lost weight everywhere else, but my belly is the last to shrink, I guess. And of course I'm just going to throw that in there now. That means that since my surgery weight, I've actually lost 75 pounds. And my surgery was on July 29th. So I'm what, 4.5 months in? So I have 75 pounds in 4.5 months. I don't think that's bad by no means. And that's actually 131 pounds from my highest weight, which is insane. You know, there's some people out there that weigh, you know, 130 pounds, so that's crazy. But I don't know, I'm kind of rambling on today, huh? I did have a few NSVs that I've kind of noticed lately. I don't even know exactly when it started happening, but I've learned that I actually see my feet when I walk. Because I guess that before I never realized it, because my belly was so big, I just walked and I never seen my feet. Well, I actually catch myself that as I walk now, I can actually just see my feet. I catch them, you know, out of the glimpse of my eye, that my feet are just walking around. So that's something that I never thought was even a thing, but now that I can do it, it's kind of exciting. I can actually see my feet when I walk. I know, I'm nuts. The other thing is that, another NSV is, I have the same coat that I have, you know, had last year. It's a big girl coat. And we were down at the Christmas parade, and it was cold, and I was trying to bundle up, and so I actually pulled my knees up, and surprisingly I could actually fit my knees inside my coat with my body. So that definitely shows progress, because that was definitely something I never could have done before. Okay, so I haven't had any exercise in, geez, right at 2 weeks now. The first week it was starting the night of Thanksgiving, which was awesome. My daughter came down with the stomach bug, sick, crazy, and then my son and I got it. That was fun. And then my husband got it on Sunday, and so the whole weekend over Thanksgiving was shot, which was very interesting. And then everyone was better Monday, surprisingly. Then my son went to school and got sent home because he was running a high fever. He has strep. Great. And then, of course, my daughter gets it the next day. So it was just an entire week of nothing but sickness from one thing to another. And because I was sick too, for the first time in over 3 years, I was actually late on one of my homework assignments. I was kind of devastated because I've never been late before, but it is as it is. So I've kind of been behind on that, so that pushed me back from working out just because I've had literally no time. And then the time that I did have, because I was so behind in schoolwork, that's all I did. I mean, it sucks, but it's truthful. And it really pissed me off because the week before it, which was the semi-week 17 that I told you about that I lost 1 pound, that week, I busted my ass. I worked out. I worked at the food bank twice that week, and at the food bank, it's crazy. I mean, it is so physically active. One of the other ladies that does it with me, she has the step counter thing, and in the single day, she had over 40,000 steps, which is insane just from being there. And it's extremely physical, lifting and all that. And I did that twice that week. Plus, I deep scrubbed my house and cleaned it because I was hosting Thanksgiving. And then I also worked out a couple times. And I only lost 1 pound that week, which ticked me off. Well, then the next week, I didn't exercise at all. And that's when I lost 6 pounds. I'm like, how is that helpful or motivating? You don't work out and you lose all this weight. And then things were starting to settle down, so I was getting ready to start working out again. And then my husband, love my husband, he was letting the kids play with crazy sand in their room. Well, because he's the one that had it out with them, he didn't clean it up all that well. And I went walking into the kids' room, and I was wearing my slippers, and sure enough, I went whoosh, and I slipped. My feet went flying up in the air, and I actually fell on my back and my head actually bounced. And on normal floor, it would be fine. But if you look at my very first video, you can see that my kids destroyed my house with paint. So to be, counterproductive, I guess, I actually bought and put in porcelain tile. And it is hard as a rock. And because we put it in ourselves, we actually put cement board down first and did it. So, I mean, it's thick and solid. And it was awful. And I slammed my head so hard. And I'm almost positive I had a concussion. And I was sick. And it was so painful. And my head was throbbing for days. And I was nauseous and blurred vision. It was just amazing just how wonderful that is. And because I also hit my back, and of course my arm went flying and hit something over here, and so I've been in actual physical pain now, and that happened a week ago today, and I'm still hurting from falling that effing hard. But what are you gonna do? So I'm hoping that here soon, because the doctors don't want me to, with concussion, you're not supposed to be exerting yourself, because with the blood pressure in your head and all that, they don't want to do any damage. So I'm on restriction for a little bit longer. And of course I lost 1 pound this week, and we'll see how much the exercise really does influence weight loss, because we'll see how much weight I lose this week without exercising once again. Because I said they wanted me to take at least 2 weeks off of cardio. So, great. Other than that, I think that's it. My eating has been the same, and I did really good over Thanksgiving, honestly. And even though I hosted and I had all these foods around me, and I did really good. I mean, yes, I had a little stuffing. I did take 1 bite of a roll, but it wasn't worth it. But other than that, I stuck with my protein. So, I did cheat a little bit. I just had a small piece of pecan pie, and I just picked all the pecans off the top. At least it was nuts. And I didn't eat the rest part, but it was amazing. Those little sugar-covered nuts. Other than that, I think that's it. Trying to get ready for Christmas and school and everything else, and my head's still killing me. It sucks. But I wanted to make an update because I know I haven't been here a couple weeks, so I hope everyone's doing well, and as soon as I can, I'm going to try to start catching up on videos, because I haven't been able to catch up on any ones for the last couple weeks with everything going on. So, I love you guys, and I hope you guys have a good weekend. Bye.